Are you there?
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, now it's 3 o'clock. We are very happy that we have Puan Nabila as one of the speakers for this event. Okay, this event is under the National Science Week 2023. This is one of the initiatives of the under the Ministry of the Science, Technology and Innovations. Today, we are very happy that we managed to invite uh, a speaker, which is Puan Nabila binti Khazani. She had a degree in the chemistry and with 11 years working experience as a chemist at Pengurusan Ais Langor Sendia Berhad, which is also we can call as a Shabas. Besides that, she also is an approved signatory for the ISO 17025 at the Pengurusan Ais Langor Laboratories with the Shabas. Besides that, she also managed to get her studio Kemahiran Malaysia under program Pengitifan Pencapaian Tahuru PPT in year 2020. By this year, she also assigned as a HRD corporate as accredited trainers in this year. So we are very happy that we managed to invite her, and then she was going to share with us the topic under the water treatment process. Okay, Rabina,
Hi.
are you
Hello.
ready? Are you ready to
Yep.
share your experience and your expertise with us?
Yeah,
Okay, if you are
sure.
ready,
Yeah, sure.
okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon to all our viewers who attend today, who join us today for webinar talk for Institut Kimia Malaysia for Minggu Sains Negara. So, first of all, I would like to thank to all the audience yang join, and saya juga ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Institut Kimia Malaysia yang memberikan kita this opportunity untuk share our knowledge and share our experience in our working industry. Okay, without further ado, hari ini akan menyampaikan tajuk yang sangat dekat dengan kita, which is elemen yang sangat penting dalam kehidupan harian kita, iaitu water. So, air sangat penting kan dalam kehidupan kita. Jadi, saya ingin share lah kepada semua macam mana air kita dirawat, macam mana air yang berada di, kalau kita lihat di sungai-sungai kan, di dam yang kita nampak di tepi jalan tu ada sungai, very cloudy, air sampai keruh kan, air keruh, air warna teh tarik pun ada, Milo pun ada. Okay, macam mana air daripada air yang teh tarik tu boleh masuk, dirawat, and then disalurkan dan digunakan oleh kita lah di rumah dan untuk kehidupan seharian kita. So hari ni kita akan belajar sedikit saja, dan akan mulakanlah. So ini adalah saya punya outline. Basically ada lebih daripada satu topik. I'm not only talking about water treatment plant, I also akan share few things on Air Selangor and water conservation campaign. So I will be very quick on this sebab banyak benda nak cakap kan. Okay, so bear with me. Right. So just a little bit introduction on Air Selangor. So where I come from, where I work with. So I bekerja di Air Selangor. Air Selangor adalah satu syarikat yang telah di-establish sejak tahun 2019. So Air Selangor officially become the single holistic license to extract, treat, and distribute water to 8.4 million consumer in Selangor, Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. Okay, and maybe macam tadi Dr. Tan ada cakap pasal Syabas. So we are now not, dah tak ada lagi Syabas. So sekarang kita hanya digelar sebagai Pengurusan Air Selangor. Okay, alright, so this is basically our vision, our mission. Ni semua you boleh tengok kat dalam kita punya website. But ini I just want to share with you lah, and our brand promise, joy in every drop ataupun setiap titis bermakna. So kita nak pastikan dan kita nak menjamin air yang setiap penduduk di Air Selangor menerima air kita adalah semua berasa seronok dan happy. Alright, so Okay, ni sedikit overview tentang aset yang ada dalam air Selangor. So kita ada 8 storage dam, kita ada 37 treatment plant, kita ada 4 off river storage, and these all asset kita gunakan untuk menyalurkan air kepada 2.6 million account ataupun sebanyak 9.1 million consumer yang menggunakan air di Selangor. So dengan ini menjadikan Air Selangor adalah syarikat air terbesar di Malaysia. Right? So kita back to our water. So kita tahu I don't know if you all know atau tak, tapi I just want to share 70% of our earth surface is made up from water, is covered with water. So dan daripada 71% itu hanya 2.5% fresh water yang kita gunakan untuk rawatan air. So from 30.5 hanya 1% yang digunakan. So apakah jenis-jenis fresh water? Apa type of fresh water kan? Apa kita nak explain lebih tentang fresh water? So fresh water atau bahasa lainnya sumber air water surface di antara jenis-jenis water surface ataupun fresh water tadi adalah kita ada river, kita ada lake, we have dam and we have groundwater. So keempat-empat sumber air ni digunakan widely lah, kebiasaannya digunakan di mana-mana water operator. Tapi di Selangor, di air Selangor, kita hanya menggunakan 3 sumber utama sahaja, iaitu air sungai. Yang paling banyak sekali adalah air sungai, air pond, lake and air dam lah. Okay. So this is the overview. So this is our overview of how water flow from raw water sources until to consumer. So from raw water sources, seperti yang saya cakap tadi, kita ada dam, kita ada air sungai, kita ada lake. So tiga-tiga sumber ini kita akan air daripada 3 sumber ini kita akan pump in masuk ke dalam water treatment plant. Kita akan rawat di dalam water treatment plant, dan air yang bersih yang telah dirawat akan didistribute ke melalui distribution network kepada semua consumer. Okay, this is a very overview yang besar lah terhadap how the process will be going. Okay, so next subtopic, second subtopic I will talk about is water resource. So the first initial process in water treatment plant is of course sumber air lah kan. Macam mana nak rawat, nak ada loji rawatan tapi tak ada air pula kan. So kita akan belajar, kita akan share sedikit apa itu water resource. So water resource ataupun dipanggil ataupun dikenal juga sebagai water catchment. Water catchment is an area of land where all water flow to a dam, river, lake or even ocean. So in Selangor, there are 7 catchment that consists of air Selangor water treatment plant. So kita ada 7 jenis catchment yang ada di dalam Selangor dan mungkin berdekatan dengan Selangor, seperti dekat Perak ke macam tu. So kita antara catchment ni adalah Sungai Benam catchment, Sungai Buloh catchment, Sungai Klang catchment, Sungai Tenggik, Sungai Tengi, Sungai Selangor dan Sungai Langat catchment. And one special about this dekat air Selangor, kita bukan hanya ambil air catchment di dalam Selangor sahaja, kita juga ada import air daripada negeri lain, iaitu seperti di sini Sungai Semantan catchment. This is where kita Sungai Semantan ni berada, lokasi ni di Pahang, negeri Pahang. So kita pump in air daripada Sungai Semantan dan merentas negeri lah, Pahang dan Selangor, dan masuk ke dalam loji rawatan air Langat 2. So loji rawatan air ini beroperasi untuk merawat air daripada Sungai Semantan dan distribute air kepada penduduk di air Selangor lah, seperti kawasan di Hulu Langat dan KL dan beberapa kawasan lah. Okay. Seterusnya, tadi kita cakap pasal water catchment ataupun lebih kita panggil sebagai river lah kan, air yang kita ambil daripada air. So air yang kita ambil daripada sungai. So ini seterusnya adalah sumber air yang seterusnya yang kita ambil iaitu daripada dam, ORS dan HORAS. So ORS kita panggil off river storage. So fungsi-fungsi dam, ORS dan HORAS ini bukan sahaja sebagai water storage, tetapi ia juga menjadi salah satu sumber air untuk dirawat di Selangor lah. Sebagai contoh, kat sini kita ada ORS Sungai Labu, and then kita juga ada ORS Semenyih 2, and then kita ada ORS Labuhan Dagang. So ketiga-tiga ORS ini membekalkan air di dalam ORS ini, kita akan pump in terus masuk ke dalam loji rawatan Sungai Labu, Sungai Semenyih 2 dan Labuhan Dagang lah, yang kita rawat secara terus dan edarkan air tersebut. Alright, so kita dah berada di main topic, my main topic here. So topik berkenaan water treatment process. So macam mana kita treat air kan, air yang saya cakap tadi, air yang very cloudy, macam mana kita rawat sampai jadi air bersih yang kita terima di rumah. Okay, so just sedikit lah perkenalan. Di Air Selangor kita ada 37 or 34 water treatment plant yang located dibagi kepada dua region, iaitu North Region and South Region. So semua loji rawatan ini mempunyai design dan kriteria masing-masing lah, dan tak semuanya sama, and kadang-kadang mungkin kalau ada sama dia different chemical ke sikit, different fungsi ke, different cara operate. So biasanya faktor dalam untuk pembinaan sesebuah water treatment plant, antara faktor-faktor yang sangat penting yang akan dititik beratkan sebelum kita design any water treatment plant, pertama kita pastikan kita punya water, kita kena make sure what is the water quality criteria dalam raw water tersebut, and then kita kena tahu apa kita punya plant capacity, apa kita punya, where is the location of our water treatment plant, macam dan apa jarak antara water treatment plant dengan intake. So this is factor yang kita perlu titik beratkan sebelum kita membina ataupun untuk design mereka bentuk sesebuah loji rawatan air. So ada kat sini saya just share sebagai contoh yang different sikit daripada loji-loji yang lain, loji rawatan air yang lain. Kita ada loji kepung dan loji sungai rumput yang menggunakan membrane technology. Okay, alright, so this is roughly our location, water treatment plant location yang ada di Selangor, dia punya peta lah. Okay. So, the overview of the process, the basic, macam mana pun jenis rawatan air, dia mesti akan ada this orang panggil basic treatment lah. So, kat sini kita ada 6 proses. So, saya akan explain one by one proses. Saya akan share satu persatu, and then saya akan juga sedikit touch on chemistry behind it, macam mana chemical reaction sikit-sikit lah untuk setiap proses. Okay, so we go with our first water process is intake. So dekat intake, fungsi utama intake adalah untuk mengepam air mengepam raw water ataupun air mentah daripada raw water sources ke water treatment plant. Okay, so di sini di water intake ni biasanya kita akan ada beberapa mechanical parts lah, seperti water pump, kita juga ada macam bend screen, sometimes ada juga yang ada fine screen atau grid removal. So this mechanical part digunakan untuk menghalang sampah-sampah atau large object yang mungkin berkemungkinan akan masuk daripada air water sources tu ke dalam pump. So bila kenapa kita kena halang? Sebab kita nak elakkan daripada pump kita rosak. So biasanya kita akan halang lah kat sini. Biasa kalau macam dalam keadaan kalau di air sungai kan, macam-macam benda yang kita boleh terima, macam-macam boleh kita nampak lah, boleh kita perangkap kat sini. Kadang-kadang ada kayu besar kan, ikan-ikan besar, and then botol, sampah-sampah. So sini peringkat kita akan screen lah. Okay, so seterusnya proses yang kedua iaitu aeration. So aeration is where the process where kita bring water and air in close contact in order to remove dissolved oxygen, to remove some taste and odor problems such as methane and hydrogen sulfide, and then to oxidize dissolved metals such as iron, manganese and VOC. So di sini saya ada share some chemical reaction yang happen during aeration process. Di sini kita ada ferrum ion, this ferrum ion and then manganese ion. So this ferrum and manganese ion are insoluble form dalam air, maknanya dia larut dalam air lah. So selepas kita melalukan dengan proses aeration, ferrum ion ini akan bertindak balas dengan oksigen di dalam air dan akan menghasilkan ferrum hydroxide, ferrum 3 hydroxide. And manganese pula akan bertindak balas juga dengan oksigen dan akan menghasilkan manganese 2 oxide. So these two compound, ferrum 2 and then manganese 2 oxide ni dia adalah bersifat insoluble in water dan dia akan mudah diasingkan daripada water lah. So kat sini random aeration macam saya cakap tadi, dia akan mengurangkan dissolved metal yang bahaya dalam air seperti manganese and iron, and dia juga akan meningkatkan dissolved oxygen di dalam air. Okay, so ini adalah jenis-jenis aeration dalam industri water treatment ni. Ada banyak jenis lah proses, ada banyak jenis untuk setiap proses. So untuk di sini kita ada type air diffuser aerator and also kita ada cascade aerator. So untuk air diffuser aerator ni kita biasa kita ada gunakan di install di Sungai Labu water treatment plant, and untuk cascade aerator kita ada gunakan di Labuhan Dagang water treatment plant and Langat 2 water treatment plant. Alright, okay, we are now at the third process. Third process of water treatment plant. So the process is a coagulation. Coagulation is the chemical water treatment process used to remove solid from water by manipulating electrostatic charge of particles suspended in water. This process introduces small, highly charged molecule into water to destabilize the charge on particles, colloids or oily material in suspension. So apa yang berlaku di sini? Ini adalah air water. So ini adalah seperti colloid lah ataupun mendakan-mendakan yang ada di dalam air. So mendakan-mendakan ini yang dissolve di dalam air ini adalah berbentuk negative charge. Dia ni akan dia antara each other semua adalah negative charge lah, dan dia tidak akan interact to each other. So because of that, kita masukkan coagulant, coagulant salt, dan coagulant ini yang akan bertukar sebagai metal ion yang bersifat positif akan attract and trap all the colloids and coagulant in all the colloids in the water, and then the water can become neutral charge. So all the colloids akan berkumpul dengan banyak dan akan membentuk flocs. So these flocs akan settle into the bottom of the container, and then via gravity lah. So dia akan mendap ke bawah melalui proses gravity. So this is a basic process of the coagulation. And then what happened dalam chemistry of the chemical reaction of the coagulation. So di sini kita ada tunjukkan aluminium sulfate yang kita gunakan, coagulant yang kita gunakan untuk inilah untuk pembentukan coagulation. So di sini ini adalah aluminium sulfate. Aluminium sulfate masuk dalam, bila di dose di dalam air, dia akan membentuk aluminium hydroxide. This aluminium ion di sini akan membentuk aluminium hydroxide dan dia akan membantu untuk precipitate in the bottom of the container. So kalau dapat dilihat di sini, ini adalah analisa yang kita lakukan di makmal, iaitu jar test analysis. So jar test analysis ni kita gunakan untuk menentukan pendosan yang sesuai untuk air setiap raw water yang dihasilkan lah. So this coagulant, this proses untuk kita nak pastikan koagulan yang kita gunakan cukup atau very optimum dan tidak lebih atau tidak kurang dan akhirnya untuk menjadikan air itu bersih dan cantik lah. Okay. Alright, so this is coagulation process, what happened in water treatment, water process. Di sini kita akan, ni air raw water masuk, biasanya macam saya bagi contoh di sini kita ada 500 NTU of raw water, and then kita akan dose coagulant, kita akan mix dalam mixing chamber, and then the water will masuk dalam sedimentation tank, and then all the colloids yang attract dalam, yang terhasil daripada coagulation process tadi akan mendap dalam sedimentation tank, and air yang kita hasilkan di sini biasanya kita panggil settle water, dan dia punya NTU yang kita kontrol di sini adalah sebanyak 5 NTU. So di sini juga adalah coagulant yang kita gunakan selain pada aluminium sulfate tadi, kita ada polyaluminium chloride and also aluminium chlorohydrate. Okay, so next proses yang keempat, we have a sedimentation process. Sedimentation process is the process of allowing particle in suspension in water to settle out of the suspension under the effect of gravity. So sedimentation or clarification will remove particulate that contribute to turbidity and contamination of water. So usually settle tank yang kita gunakan di water treatment plant biasanya adalah berbentuk macam ni lah, horizontal. Ada juga banyak design lain yang nanti saya akan share, tapi ini yang biasanya akan ada, yang biasanya berada di water treatment process lah. So macam mana pun design type of water type of sedimentation, dia mesti kena ada 4 zone, 4 asas zone ni lah, iaitu pertama kita akan ada, sepatutnya akan ada inlet zone, settling zone, sludge zone dan outlet zone. So apa yang berlaku di sini, air akan melalui inlet zone, coagulant ataupun flok semua akan termendap di dalam sludge zone, and air yang bersih yang terawat akan keluar daripada sedimentation tank melalui outlet zone. Alright, so ini yang saya cakap tadi, jenis-jenis sedimentation tank yang ada dalam industri, and juga memang ada dalam air Selangor lah. Sebagai contoh yang biasa famous digunakan adalah horizontal wet lamella plates. Also kita ada juga Lovo, kita ada active flow yang digunakan di Sungai Selangor Fasa 2, and then kita ada dissolved air flotation yang digunakan di Sungai Labu Water Treatment Plant, and flock blanket sedimentation. Alright, so the final refining step in water treatment process is you are using fine sand to produce clear water, and any trap dirt, residual or carry over flock yang masuk bersama dalam tank ini, filter tank ini, dia akan remove melalui this sand filter lah. So kebiasaannya air yang terhasil selepas proses filtration adalah sebanyak 1 NTU. Okay. Alright, quite final process we have here adalah proses disinfection and chemical treatment. So after air dah bersih, air dah cantik, dah jenis selepas filter proses and coagulation proses semua, air akan dirawat dengan beberapa chemical lah, seperti chlorine, fluoride, and also we have also di sini pH adjuster. Di sini kita akan add in hydrated lime or soda ash yang kita gunakan untuk increase pH di dalam air, sebab kadang-kadang bila kita masukkan chemical yang sebelum ini, dia akan membuatkan kita punya air turun pH. So to fix that, to pastikan kita punya pH dalam kita punya hemorrhage limit, so kita akan increase, kita akan masukkan hydrated line. Right, so a little bit more on disinfection treatment. Disinfection treatment is treatment to reduce pathogen and microorganism in drinking water to safe level. So antara teknik yang biasa digunakan secara physical and chemical yang ada dalam industri, antaranya adalah boiling untuk physical disinfection technique, ada air irradiation, and also kita juga ada chemical disinfection technique seperti chlorine dioxide, and ozone to water. But in air Selangor, we only use chlorination. So chlorine is being added as a gas or hypochlorite solution into the water. So this hypochlorous acid and hypochlorite ion will as a very strong chemical oxidant in water, dia akan kill all microbes in the water. And then itu macam yang kan sebelum tadi kita ada beberapa jenis pathogen, beberapa jenis bakteria, virus and parasite kan. So selain pada bakteria itu, dia juga boleh membuang atau interact dengan chemical compound seperti ammonia. Dekat sini macam yang dilihat di sini, chemical reaction of ammonia. Ammonia ini adalah compound yang biasa berasa ada di dalam kita punya raw water, air water. Dan biasanya dia hadir daripada licik kan, daripada sewage ke. So this ammonia akan interact with hypochlorous acid, and dia akan menghasilkan beberapa byproduct seperti monochloroamin, dichloroamin and trichloroamin. Dan selain daripada ammonia, saya juga ada share example of reaction with hydrogen sulfide with chlorine. This reaction akan menghasilkan sulfur precipitate sulfur, dan sulfur ni akan boleh di-remove daripada air terawat. So air kita lebih selamat diminum. Right, so last but not least, water treatment process that we have here is fluoridation treatment. Fluoridation is the addition of fluoride into drinking water at optimum level to reduce tooth decay. Untuk digunakan, fluoride ni digunakan memang khusus untuk merawat ataupun mengurangkan kes sakit, kerosakan gigi. So we help MOH untuk dose fluoride in the optimum level, but this water fluoridation must be controlled at an optimum level to avoid any human health lah, because dia tak boleh sikit sangat dan tak boleh tak ada dan tak boleh terlampau banyak juga kan. So sebab sekiranya kalau dia terlampau banyak, dia juga akan memberi kesan kepada kesihatan, seperti dia akan efek lebih daripada 2 ppm, dia akan efek into tooth mottling, and lebih daripada 4 ppm dia akan efek kerosakan tulang, dan mungkin lebih daripada itu pun akan menyebabkan fatal yang lebih bahayalah. So di Air Selangor kita follow Ministry of Health punya level, which is 0.4 hingga 0.6 ppm. Okay, we finished for water process, but we are not finished with my presentation. Kita ada beberapa dua lagi subtopik. So I just want to share what we are doing, apa kita punya monitoring yang kita buat di Air Selangor. So kita proses, kita rawat, dan kita di Air Selangor juga memang ada schedule, memang ada frequent activity untuk monitor air yang masuk, air yang dirawat, air yang berada dalam proses, sehingga air yang dibekalkan ke meter air rumah masing-masing. So ini antara kita punya monitoring program, dan saya actually di sini, iaitu dekat regional laboratory, kita di sini memang berfungsi untuk bertugas untuk merawat untuk melakukan analisa untuk air yang dihasilkan lah. So kat sini kita actually boleh rawat lebih daripada 70 parameter. Alright, so that's the laboratory service at glance. Kita ada 3 IKM Laboratory Excellent Award, kita ada 58 credited testing parameter, 5 advanced analytical, 5 atau beberapa advanced analytical instrument, high-end instrument yang kita gunakan di makmal. kita. So we are here, we have ICPMS, we have 2 ICPMS, we have 2 GCMS, we have LCMS QTOF, and we also have this is our vision to not only conduct testing on parameter inside the MOE standard. We also go beyond from parameter beyond from MOE guideline. Alright, so this is a research development yang kita conducted in our lab. Kita always get ready for any emerging pollutant or any cabaran-cabaran barulah yang boleh mengganggu kita punya proses air. Is it okay?
Okay, thank you, Ravina. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, actually, we're very excited to hear the whole presentation, but because due to the time limit, okay. So thank you so much. Actually, before we ended the presentation, I want to take a moment to express our really thank you to Puan Ravina.
Okay.
For your presentation and your insight during for these presentations. On behalf of our audience and all the entire team involved in organizing this webinar, actually I want to say we want to express our sincere appreciation for your time, effort, and commitments. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Puan Ravina.
Yeah, thank you for everyone time. Sehingga akhirnya mendengar. Terima kasih Dr. Tan. Thank you IKM. Jumpa lagi.
Okay, thank you Puan Ravina. Okay,
Bye.
see you. Bye bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our honor to introduce our speaker for today's webinar, who is Dr. Chong Penny. Dr. Chong Penny is a highly respected registered nutritionist with an impressive academic and professional background. Dr. Chong holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Nutrition from University Kebangsaan, Malaysia. Currently, she serves as a lecturer in the divisions of Nutrition and Dietetics in the International Medical University, or we call as a IMU. She has more than 50 years of the working experience in both nutraceutical product marketing and manufacturing industry as well as academic setting. Dr. Chong is a distinguished life member of the Malaysian Association of the Study of Obesity and the Nutrition Society of Malaysia. Furthermore, she is a respected professional member of the Malaysian Institute of the Food Technology. Her research is more on the nutraceutical product formulation and development, as well as a nutrigenomic study. So we are very happy to have Dr. Chong Penny as our speaker today. Her insight and expertise will really enrich our understanding of the nutraceutical nutrition. Okay, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Chong. Dr. Chong, thank you for being with us today. Dr. Chong, the floor is now yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tan. Okay, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to be able to meet you all today. And today we are going to tag along the topics for the Unveiling the Wonders of Chemistry. So please welcome and to join us to discover the wonder of nutritional science. Yeah. All right. This is just a little bit background on myself. All right. So first of all, before we go further of our discussion, yeah. So what is nutritional science? Yeah, so nutritional science has been shown in slides here is science. Okay, it's part of the science subjects. Yeah, and it's going to the nutritional science. We will study about the physiological process of nutrition, okay, especially human nutrition, and how this nutrition, okay, or other food substances, for example, phytochemicals or this bioactive compound in food, okay, how it able to maintain our health, help to grow our body, reproduction, maintaining health, and prevention of disease of human. Yeah, right. So why is so important for us to learn nutritional science? All right. So actually, why we need to learn? Because disease is very expensive. Yeah, sometimes we just can't afford to fall sick. Yeah, if we do not care about our good health, then we have to really save a lot. We need to save a lot of money in our bank account. Yeah, so either you choose, you want to keep a good health, or you want to keep money in your bank and then later on spend all this in medical costs. Okay, so as shown over here, okay, we can see that for heart coronary bypass, easily, cost you 50,000, okay, ringgit Malaysia, right? Kidney transplant, if you do not care about your kidney, then you better save 100,000 in your bank, just in case any emergency. Okay, you have to, pay 100,000. Not only yeah, most of us are caretaker. Yeah, we are taking care of our family. So we are saving our 100,000 for our father, for our mother, for our kids, for ourselves, for our spouse. Okay, so it's a lot of money if we do not care about health, because medical expenses is very expensive. Yeah, so that is the reason why ministry proposed national health insurance to help pay our Malaysian medical bill. Yeah, so even in a Straits Times reported that actually Malaysia experienced one of the highest medical inflation rate among all the Asian. Yeah, you can see if you look into the list, okay, in the year of 2017 and 2019, there is a great increment of our medical costs until 13% of this inflation rate. Yeah, so that's the reason why it's not that we want to be healthy. We just simply can't afford to be not healthy. Yeah. Okay. Not only that, as I mentioned in our early of our discussion today, yeah, most of us are the caretaker. Yeah, we are the support our family. Okay, and recently we can see a lot of people just sudden death. Okay, as shown in the report here, Singaporean man, just 47 years old, so young, right? And you look at him, he's healthy. Yeah, he can even do all this mountain bike event and died of heart attack. Yeah. Look into here. Man died of heart attack while running at Kajang Stadium. All these are healthy, as we see. Yeah, right. Nepalese worker right? Foreign worker come over here to Malaysia, right, to earn a living and send back to their country to support the family. But cardiac arrest, yeah, and most of it is cardiac arrest. And even our former Malaysian badminton player, right, 40 years old badminton player, okay, passed away. Yeah, so still so young. Yes, there's still a lot of things that can be done, okay, for all these young people, in terms of contribution to the family and also to the society. Yeah, so we can't afford to forsake because it's expensive, because we have our family and social responsibility to bear, right? So that is the reason why we need to study nutritional science, yeah, because nutrition science help us, to understand further how to prevent disease, yeah, how to maintain our good health, even with forsake, how we can use nutrition knowledge to recover us from disease. So that's why let's hear Hippocrates. He says what? Let food be Thai medicine and medicine be Thai food. So if you are eating good food every day, yeah, you are, healing your body. Okay, of course, and vice versa. If you simply eat, you do not have the knowledge of choosing the right food, right? That actually killing your body as well. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look. Okay, nutritional science. Actually, nutritional science has done a lot, and in fact, a lot of good product already in the market. As a way to prevent disease or as a way to maintain good health for our society. Yeah. So I'm going to discuss these 3 very good example of the discovery or the results of the nutritional science: plant sterol, beta-glucan, and probiotic. Okay, let's look into it. Okay, plant sterol. Okay, have you ever heard about plant sterol? Okay, we have plant sterol, we have plant stenol. So it's just slightly different in the chemical structure, but the function are similar, right? So plant sterol and plant stenol actually is the natural component in the membrane of the plant. So usually in a plant, it will appear in a small quantity. So where we can get all this plant sterol? We can get all this plant sterol from our food. For example, especially food that contain high fats and oil, like wheat germ oil, corn oil from plant, right? From our bread, from cereal, from fruits, vegetable, of course, nuts, because nuts contain a lot of, these fats, which it has a lot. So if you look into the diagram in your right hand of this PowerPoint, yeah, you can see that. Okay, this is a cholesterol, or this yellow dot. So in a normal scenario, cholesterol from our food, cholesterol from the liver, right, will form micelle, and this micelle will actually enter our blood, and that actually causes us to have high blood cholesterol, right? So if long-term high blood cholesterol, and you do not do anything to lower down the cholesterol, do not exercise, do not increase your HDL, that will actually cause, the narrowing of your blood vessel, we call atherosclerosis, and later on it will cause cardiac arrest, stroke, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So and you look into the right hand side of this green color molecule. So this is actually the plant sterol. So plant sterol actually will displace the cholesterol from the food, and that actually reduced the number of cholesterol being absorbed in the bloodstream, right? So that's the reason the role of the plant sterol is actually, it has a quite similar structure of the cholesterol to the human. From there, it will reduce the amount of cholesterol being absorbed in our body. Okay, I'm going to show you a video, how plant sterol works in our body. Okay.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death globally. Elevated cholesterol is widely accepted to be one of the key risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Cholesterol is a fat-like substance that plays a vital role in every cell in the body. Cholesterol in the gut comes from 2 sources, from the diet and the liver. In the gut, cholesterol in the form of lipid emulsions forms micelles to transport cholesterol to the surface of the intestinal wall. When micelles come into contact with the intestinal wall, cholesterol and other components are released. This enables the absorption of around 50% of cholesterol into the intestinal cells. Cholesterol then enters the bloodstream. LDL cholesterol can build up in the artery wall, which is why it is also known as bad cholesterol. When the level of cholesterol in the blood is above the desirable level, it is called elevated cholesterol. Too much LDL cholesterol in the blood can increase the risk of developing coronary heart disease. So how can we lower cholesterol? Plant sterols are a natural substance found in small quantities in foods from plant origin that we consume every day, such as vegetable oils, cereals, grains, nuts, fruits and vegetables. Plant sterols partially lower cholesterol uptake by competing with cholesterol during micelle formation in the intestine. Therefore, less cholesterol is transported in the micelles. When these micelles come into contact with the intestinal wall, less cholesterol is being absorbed from the gut, and more cholesterol is removed from the body. This results in lower LDL cholesterol levels in the blood. A daily intake of 1.5 to 2.4 grams of plant sterols can lower LDL cholesterol by 7 to
Okay.
10% in 2 to 3 weeks. Flora Proactive contains plant sterols, which help reduce cholesterol as part of a healthy diet and lifestyle, including sufficient fruit and vegetables.
All right. So basically, plant sterol, if you pay attention that's surrounding you, or there is a product that being marketed, in the hypermarket or in our local retail store, so you will find that plant sterol is already being fortified into many of the food. For example, chocolate, in milk powder, even in margarine. Yeah, so it's incorporated into our daily diet. So hopefully by that, it will increase the intakes of the plant sterol at least 2 to 3 grams a day in order to give us the effects of cholesterol lowering. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that is the story of plant sterol. If you have any question, you can ask further. So now let's go into beta glucan. Yeah. All right. So beta glucan is a polysaccharide. You need to say it's a kind of carbohydrate. Yeah. So just now we are talking about plant sterol is a kind of fat. It's a good fat from plants, right? So now we are going to talk about beta glucan. It's actually a carbohydrate. It's a complex carbohydrate. Okay. So that's why I call polysaccharide of beta D glucose with one beta 3 linkage for every 3 to 4, 1 beta to 4 linkages in oat. Yeah, right. So basically, beta glucan is available in a brand of the grain, okay, such as barley and also oat. And in science, okay, in scientific evidence, it has been shown that it's very effective to lower down cholesterol and also lower down the glycemic response, meaning to say to lower down the sugar in your blood, or maybe after eating, after food, right? It will lower down your postprandial sugar response, meaning to say after you eating rice, but you eat together with this beta glucan, it will lower down your sugar in your blood. Yeah. So that actually from that, it will lower down the risk of getting heart disease. And it shows that in order for us to have these cholesterol lowering effects, we need to take 3 grams in a day. Okay, of course, there's many kind of beta glucan. Different beta glucan will actually give you different health function. Okay, for example, beta glucan that actually extracted from bacteria, it is actually a linear beta 1,3 glucan. This is the chemical structure, and it actually gives us the effects of the prebiotic, mean to say to grow the good bacteria in our gut, and that's why it will help us to maintain our gut system. To have a healthy gestational tract. Yeah, and for cereal, okay, it's a linear beta 1,3 and 1,4 glucan, which this is actually helps to lower down the cholesterol, and that's how it will maintain the good health, okay, of your heart. Okay, to maintain the function of your heart, lower the cholesterol, lower down the incidence of stroke. Okay, for the beta glucan that extract from fungi, which is from our mushroom, is a short beta 1,6 branch beta 1,3 glucan. And also the beta glucan that extracted from yeast, which is a long beta 1,6 branch beta 1,3 glucan. These two are actually help in boosting up our immunity. Yeah, so you can see that beta glucan from different food sources, it will give you different function. Yeah, so this is something that very interesting. All right. So this is a meta-analysis. It shows that a very high level of evidence, it shows that by taking beta-glucan, it is very effective in reducing the blood cholesterol. And from there, it will translate into the lower risk of cardio heart disease. Right. So I think some of this product you should be able to recognize in your daily, right? Daily life. Okay. For example, this oat brain powder, okay, is with 20% of beta-glucan. Yeah. We have even this mixed oats or this beta-glucan powder, right? So all these are the current example of beta-glucan fortified food that are available in the market. Yeah. So this is something that you can choose for as a way to maintain your good health. Right. So we have talked about fats, we talked about carbohydrate. So let's talk about good bacteria. Okay. It's a live bacteria. Okay. So when we say probiotic, the condition is it must be live. It cannot be a dead bacteria. So this creature, this little creature actually is a live creature where it able to give birth to babies. So what this live bacteria do? So when it enters our body, it will go into our colon system and it will colonize. Meaning to say it will give birth to many baby and stay in our large intestine. So that will actually bring health to the host, mean to us, right? So this is very specific. Okay, different bacteria give you different effects. Yeah. So the good source of the bacteria are like yogurt, kefir, buttermilk, okay, egg, cheese, anything fermented, any food which is fermented, like egg, cheese, okay, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, kombucha, beer, wine. So all these are fermented food. Okay, so these are the evidence level. Sorry. Okay, so these are the evidence level. It shows that this probiotic like Lactobacillus rhamnosus, sorry. Okay, and Bifidobacterium annualis. So that's will actually help in the prevention of diarrhea. Okay, and also for the immunomodulation. Okay, so Lactobacillus, it is very effective to lower the risk of the urinary tract infection, especially to female. Okay, other than that, it's still in research. Okay, on the H. pylori, inflammation, anti-cancer, this one is still in research stage. All right. So one thing is very important for us to realize. Actually, our gut is our second brain. Okay, where our brain will actually give signal that it will influence our weight gain, it will influence our bowel movement, it will influence our nutrient delivery and also the balance of good bacteria and bad bacteria. Okay, on the other hand, our gut system, it will influence how the neurotransmitter works. Okay, it will impact our mood, okay, impact our stress and anxiety and also behavior. So our brain and our gut is always in communication. So that is the very reason why we have to maintain the good health of our gut system, because this is our second brain. So meaning to say, if you want to be happy, you have to maintain a very good condition of your gut system. So that will actually impact your mood. All right. So these are some of the probiotic product in the market. Okay. What Lactobacillus casei serota fortification, right? Or even some yogurt drinks or maybe beverages. Yeah. Right. So we have learned, okay, we have know some about of the function product of the research of the nutritional science, okay, in terms of fats, probiotic, and even carbohydrate. So what are the profession that actually, practice a lot of nutritional science in their career, right? Okay, nutritional scientists. Okay, so nutrition scientists will actually look into, they are the one that be responsible to look, to find out more new ingredient, new food ingredient, new bioactive component in the plant that actually that support our good health, right? So nutritional scientists will actually need this nutritional science knowledge. Even nutritional product formulator, okay, registered nutritionists, where nutritionists will use the knowledge in nutritional science to advise their customer, and also even the nutritional product consultant. Yeah, so they will give the right consultation. All right. So conclusion, bring home message. Yeah, you are what you eat. right? So if you simply put your, anything into your mouth, right, that will actually cause you to have all these diseases, obesity, diabetic, okay, cardiovascular disease. Yeah. If you love your body, you feed in right nutrition, good nutrient that will make you healthy, fit. Yeah. So take more protein, good mineral, fiber, vitamin. Yeah. So that will actually maintain good health. Right. So I think that's all for our today sharing today. All right. So any question, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Tan.
Thank you, Dr. Chong. Thank you, Dr. Chong. It's a very interesting presentations. Okay. I see that. Okay. Because you talk about a lot of the nutritional science, right? So let's say, right, for our audience, let's say we want to study the nutritional science. Do we need to have a very strong science background?
Of course,
in the nutrition science.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Tan, for the question. So I think this is very relevant. Yeah. So let me take the one of the degree it's called Bachelor Science of Nutrition. Yeah. So in order for you to understand, this program, you need to have this at least pass lah. You not to say score A, but you need to have credits in your biology, chemistry, physics, maths, and right in your SPM, right? So you need to have a background of science because for you to understand, to learn, and then to analyze, especially all this technical, highly technical, medical, and scientific information. Not to say you need to be very strong, but you need to have a credit in it. Yeah. So this fundamental knowledge will help you to survive better when you enroll yourself in a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, and also to further your career as a nutritionist or as a nutritional scientist, a nutritional product formulator. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Tan.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chong. Actually, we want to ask more questions, but due to the time limit, we had to end the session on today. Actually, before we ended, I want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Chong, okay, for your presentation and insight for today the presentation. Dr. Chong, your expertise and knowledge in the field of the nutrition science has truly enriched our understanding and inspired. So on behalf of our audience and entire team involving in organizing this webinar, I extend our sincere appreciation for your time, effort, and commitment to educating and enlightening us today. Thank you, Dr. Chang. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Tan.
See you soon. Okay. afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's our honor to introduce our speaker for today's webinar, who is Prof. Dr. Rosie Dai. Prof. Dr. Rosie holds a PhD in the polymer chemistry from the University of Durham in the United States, United Kingdom in 1997. Prof also specialized in a wide range of the polymer-related disciplines, including the polymer synthesis, nanostructured polymers, and biosynthetic polymers. His work is not only confined to the lab, he also deeply invested in the practical applications of polymer across the different fields, including the auto electronics, sensor, energy, and health science. His emphasis and contribution have gathered different international recognitions and then he also presented more than 30 invited talks across Malaysia, Asia countries, Middle East, United States, and worldwide. He has received over 25 awards from both national and international organizations. Furthermore, he also has the authors for more than 130 manuscripts in journals, 6 books, and 80 book chapters. He's not only a pioneer in his field, but also is a dedicated member of the several professional organizations, such as a member of the SIRIN Technical Committee, and he also served as a committee chairman on general purpose chemical on pin and coatings. Now he also is the chairman of the IKM's Polymer and Material Chemistry divisions. At the year 2019, he also awarded the Fellowship of the Academic Science Malaysia. And now, since 2022, he also is a professional technologist, chemical technology with the Malaysia Board of the Technologists. So in summary, Prof is not only a distinguished scientist, but also a leader, educator, and innovator in the field of the polymer chemistry. We are very happy to have him as our speaker today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Prof. The stage is now yours for Prof to share your expertise and wisdom with us. Okay, thank you, Prof. Okay, Prof, now the floor is yours. Okay. Prof, do you want to unmute your mic? Okay, Prof. Okay, you can start now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Tan, for a very nice introduction, I would say. A bit lengthy. And the second thing is I would like to thank the organizing committee, particularly IKM, as well as Secretariat for the Minggu Science Negara, for giving me a chance to share a bit of my thought and a bit of my experience throughout the years doing research in areas related to polymers in general. So the title given today, Polymers in Health Science Application, as announced by the Dr. Tan, I think that there is something has not been mentioned. Currently, apart from being a chemistry professor at the chemistry department of Faculty of Science, UKM, I am also a principal research fellow of Institute of Microengineering and Nanoelectronics, UKM. So basically, I have dual affiliation. And those who wants to know more about what I've been doing in terms of research and other activities, you can scan this QR code over here. So for the purpose of the talk this afternoon, I will be highlighting very briefly the 3 topics. Of course, it's going to be a very brief one because of time limitation. So the first one is about vaccination. Second one is about drugs, like drug carrier or drug delivery. And the third one on antibacterial. I really hope that I have enough time to cover the 3 subtopics this afternoon. I go straight away to vaccination, but then before going into detail about the vaccination, I would like to highlight a bit on the what is the immune system, okay? Because vaccination is very much related to immune system. So our body, when we talk about immune system, it is actually the body's defense against disease-causing organism, including bacteria, virus, and few other microbes. In terms of disease causing, as well as in terms of malfunctioning cell and probably foreign particles, including nanoparticles. So there are two types of immunity, active immunity as well as passive immunity. Passive immunity is the kind that that we inherited from our mother, mostly through breastfeeding. Apart from that, we can also get the immunity through or passive immunity through blood transfusion. And about the active immunity, this is what, or this is something that we associate with a vaccination. It is rather a planned exposure to disease-causing antigen or microbe, either bacteria or a virus, usually virus. So vaccine is biological preparation that provide immunity to a particular infectious disease. And this vaccine usually contain the so-called antigen or agent that resembles disease-causing microorganism. Usually, vaccines are developed from weaken or from kill or from a subunit of germs itself. And as I mentioned before, there is something called an antigen. This is something like a active site of the invaders or a microbe or pathogen. It is a molecule or part of molecule usually present at the outside of pathogen that can be bound strongly with an antibody. So the presence of antigen in our body or in our blood normally will trigger the immune system to produce antibody. So as I've already mentioned before, passive immunity, we got it from our parents, from a mother, or through blood transfusion. And talking about defense or immunity itself, it can be generally divided into three stages. The first one, or we call it the first line of defense, usually this one is non-specific defenses designed to prevent infection by virus and bacteria, including our skin, the production of mucus from some organs of our body. Sometimes it involves phagocytes, some kind of white blood cell that seek and destroy invaders, either virus or bacteria. And then when we go to second line of defense, this one involves the role of white blood cell. So in our body, there are many types of white blood cell. Of course, I'm not going to explain into detail this afternoon because there are so many types of it, and then we have very little time. So if invaders, either bacteria or virus specifically get into our body, then our particular white blood cell can begin to attack the invaders, and some of the white blood cell can even attack physically. And usually, apart from attacking physically, they also produce some kind of signals in terms of protein, sometimes in terms of protein, sometimes in hormones, that kind of thing, to escalate the defense mechanism itself. So in the second line as well, in the second line of defense as well, some cell will release the so-called interferon. This is another protein or the so-called signaling protein. Once this is released or produced by infected cell, there will be a greater extent of response towards the invasion of a virus. So ultimately, it will go to third line of defense if the invasion cannot be stopped. This one involves an antibody. So infection that pass the first and second levels of defense trigger the production and release of antibodies by a certain white blood cell in our body. It is also a kind of protein, and this protein can kill physically, can kill chemically, or rather biochemically, or sometimes it can damage, or at least it can slow down the growth of the invaders itself. So when we talk about vaccine, basically it is, as I explained before, it is something developed from dead or weakened microbes to trigger our cell to produce antibody. But then, even with vaccine itself, there are a few problems. Usually, it is about the insufficient immunogenicity. So since most vaccines are developed from small components of germ, such as their proteins, or leading to insufficient immunity of the body. But then there are many strategies that can be used to address this problem or this challenge. One of which is the so-called development of vaccine adjuvants or vaccine epitopes. Okay, so what is adjuvant? So an adjuvant is actually a kind of agent that improve the immune response of a vaccine. Okay, so once we add adjuvant together with vaccine, it will boost the immune response in many ways, including it produce more antibodies, it makes the antibody last a bit longer, and also it can minimize the dose of antigen needed. Okay, so what can polymer do? Okay, well, what polymer can do about this? Polymer nanoparticles, especially, can be one of the strategies to enhance the immunogenicity, as they can be efficiently recognized by the antigen presenting cells. So they can also act as delivery system for the selected antigens. And polymers have the ability to sustain and release of the vaccine antigen by the control mechanism over a period of time. This is something very important, because usually uh, one dose of vaccine itself will not be sufficient, so it requires a few additional doses. But then with the role of polymer, with the ability of the polymer to play as control release material, we don't need to apply many doses because the antigen itself can be released from this formulation over a certain period of time. Other than that, this is rather more specific examples, especially catocyan nanoparticles. It has been utilized for influenza DNA vaccines, and it has been shown that this material exhibit high stability and high encapsulation rate. It was reported that the material uh, induced prolonged release of the plasmid DNA, and effective immune response are induced compared to vaccine alone. Okay, and the other thing is another material, which is a derivative of catocyan, trimethyl catocyan, together with alginate. This is another natural polymer. The two materials have been used as a replacement for catocyan in sugar vaccine preparation. So it really helps in this sense. And other than that, some synthetic polymers, they have very unique properties. They are biocompatible, they are really versatile, and then their structure can be chemically modified in accordance to the specific needs. So they can be, not only the structure can be modified, they also can be modified in terms of size, surface properties, even composition. So because of that, the polymer is really a versatile material when it comes to using it together with a vaccine. For example, microspheres of biodegradable polymers, they offer a good advantage of replacing the traditional multiple dose vaccine regimes, resulting in greater patient compliance. So compliance doesn't have to be applied to be transmitted with antigen many times. So this will reduce the handling, the stress, and also reduce the injection. Okay. This is another example. Another polymer. It can also be used as adjuvant in vaccine delivery. And another polymer, which is polyalkylic acid, which is very common plastic or common polymer. it was found to significantly contribute to the ionic strength of the medium, and therefore the strength of interaction with ionic antigen can be improved. Okay. Another strategy is using the so-called epitope. Epitope is if the adjuvant will improve the response of between antigen and antibody. The epitope is to boost the visibility of antigen. So an epitope is the part of the antigen that's recognized by the immune system, specifically by the antibodies as well as a B cell and T cell. B cell and T cell are examples of two white blood cell. Okay. So this epitope works by improving molecular recognition. Usually it has or it is developed in such a way that a particular molecular interaction between some parts of the antigen with antibody can be improved a lot. Yeah. So, for example, by using a kind of polymer called a molecularly imprinted polymer, which is usually known for their molecular recognition. So this MIP can offer a very good or a very good improvement in terms of molecular receptors, and it has been proposed as a facilitator to create synthetic intelligent materials. MIP is also a kind of artificial analog to peptides, complementary to target compounds of the same type. For example, antibody and antigen in this case. Yeah. So in general, a polymer nanoparticle can be one of the strategies to enhance immunogenicity, as they can efficiently recognize by antigen-presenting cell. Polymer nanoparticles have been shown to have high intrinsic affinity towards certain proteins. And I will go now to the second part of my talk, which is about the drug carrier. So issues of the drugs administration include inappropriate doses, inconvenient to patient, of course, as well as to practitioners due to frequent application. But then there are many potential solutions to this one. One of which is the using the control release technology. This one involves the use of the so-called drug carrier. So we can use polymers as a carrier for a particular drug. This one I will be highlighting some parts of my work done by one of my PhD students. We can use polymers that are derived from natural resource like plant-based material, for example, cellulose as well as lignin. So this cellulose and lignin, after extracting from the plant, we can subject to enzymatic hydrolysis. For example, we could come up with monomers such as succinic acid as well as 4-hydroxybenzoic acid, and later we polymerize into biodegradable polymers. This one is biodegradable polyesters, also using enzymatic synthesis. And then from this one, from the polymer, it can be used to develop the so-called organogel. Why organogel? Because some drugs are hydrophilic, which is water soluble, so it can be encapsulated within hydrogel, for example. But then there are also polymers. I mean, there are also drugs which are not soluble in water. It is soluble in organic. So that's why we call it organogel. So in this case, we develop from the polymer that we synthesize in the lab using some kind of oil to make it organogel, and then we embed with certain drugs. In this case, we use curcumin as the model drugs. And then we do some testing to check the effectiveness of the drug carrier itself. So this is some of the results. We have 6 formulations. The first 3 involve the formulation using commercial polymers, and the last 3 are the one developed using the polymer that we produce in our lab. So basically, generally, the polymer that we produce in our lab are slightly better if we compare to the one that are developed using commercial polymers. So all of them are basically suitable as drug carrier in terms of loading. And not only that, we check another properties, which is the transmission of drug into the skin. In this case, we use rat skin to imitate our human skin. And then we found that the last three formulation, they perform generally better than the one that are developed using commercial polymers. So, this is the last part of the talk. Polymer-based antibacterial agent. Antibacterial polymers offer promising strategy for fighting pathogen and have received considerable attention in both academic and industrial research. Why is that? Because polymer can kill bacteria with multiple ways. Unlike the most antibiotics, usually it kills or it kills bacteria through biochemistry thing. The problem with this kind of killing mechanism, bacteria itself can mutate, and then it changes the biochemical processes, and because of that, the antibiotic will no longer be effective once it is mutated. But then it is different with polymer because the polymer can kill physically the bacteria. So it doesn't matter if the bacteria mutate, since the polymer kill physically. It remains effective, okay, even after the mutation. All right. Why we should be worried about this one? Because there is a group of bacteria or pathogen, they call it escape. Escape is actually acronym of 6 bacteria. We can't even, I can't even pronounce it properly. You can browse or you can Google to get the proper pronunciation of this escape. But then, but it has been stated by Infectious Disease Society of America, IDSA. They said that this is really, really notorious bacteria, and then it can mutate very easily from the drugs or from antibody. So there is another term talking about mutation. So once mutated, we consider this bacteria as resistant to the antibacteria or resistant towards the antibody that we develop. So antibody or antibacterial that we develop will no longer be effective towards killing those kind of bacteria. So some group of researchers, they consider this kind of pathogenic bacteria as superbugs. So in the world, it has been projected by 2050, there will be around 10 million people or 10 million deaths due to this antibiotic resistance pathogen. And Malaysia is not free from this problem. As you can see, this is some statement done by officials published in local newspapers. So it is really an issue in Malaysia. So we should be focusing our strength and our thinking into this one as well. So I come back to this polymerase antibacteria. The cell of bacteria itself, the surface is rather hydrophilic, whereas the membrane is just rather hydrophobic. So we need to develop a certain kind of polymer that bear these two features. Okay, so the hydrophobic part, the hydrophilic part will induce the absorption of the polymer onto the surface of the membrane, whereas the hydrophobic part will permeate through the cell wall or through the cell membrane, will create porosity within the membrane itself. Due to this porous membrane, there will be leaking of cytoplasm from the cell outwards, and then by this approach, it will kill the bacteria itself. Okay, it will kill the bacteria. So I think that's about it. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Prof. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Prof, actually, just now you mentioned about the polymers have the 3 important applications, right? So, because normally we will have think that polymer is like for the commercial use, like polymer as like the coatings or the like the textile for us to wear, or the polymers. But just now you share us the polymers in these 3 applications is very inspired me a lot. I believe all the audience also will feel the same thing. Especially you say the polymer also can use as an antibacterial agents, right? So because this polymer can not only can just like they can kill the bacteria in the different pathway. So this very inspired me a lot, Prof. So Prof, because due to the time limit, so actually we have so many questions to ask you, but because due to the time limit, so we had to end our sessions. But before we ended, okay, I would like to pause for a moment to convert our deep appreciation to Prof. Okay, for your outstanding presentations and the valuable insight he already shared in this today webinar. Prof, your profound expertise in the polymer science has significance enriched our comprehensive. So on behalf on behalf of our audience and the entire team involving in organizing this webinar, I extend our sincere appreciation for your time, effort, and commitment to educating and enlightening us today. Okay, thank you, Prof.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye, Prof. Bye-bye, Prof.
Yeah,
See you
bye-bye.
soon, Prof.
All right.